15 years ago, it wasn't that common to see a football boot made with a synthetic upper, but these days, they're all over the place. And today, I'm giving you my top 5 football boots made with synthetic uppers. And anything kinda goes here. It can be knit, it can be woven materials, it can be Teijin, Kangalite, TechFit, neoprene, whatever you want to call it. If it's a synthetic, it qualifies for the list. Of course, this isn't a list where we're looking at the best synthetic materials on the boot, so the boot with the best synthetic upper material isn't necessarily the best boot on the list. We're talking about the overall best boot here, just keep that in mind. Also, don't forget that this is my personal top 5 list. Yours might look a lot different, and if it does, don't forget to let me know in the comment section below. And with that said, let's ball. In 5th place, we have the Nike Magista Opus 2, and a half, if you will. Now, the first generation of the Opus 2. This guy right here was decent, I guess, but it wasn't as good as the brilliant Opus 1. And especially these here dimples, or acne dots, or whatever you want to call them, they felt a little bit awkward, and frankly, they also made the boots look kinda ugly. So thankfully, after Nike went back to the full Kangalite upper with a really thin mesh inner liner, the fit, the softness, and especially the touch on the ball is absolutely brilliant, and it brings back fond memories of the CTR 360 Maestri boots that I liked a lot. So the Opus 2 is a very underrated football boot, and I dare say that it's something that would probably fit everyone. The Hypervenom Phantom 3 Low Cut takes care of 4th place, and it does so because it has the softest fly-knit upper that we've seen to date. It gives you a lovely accommodating fit, both for wide-footed and more normal-footed people. It's really fun to strike the ball with because of the pots, and it actually also moves well with the foot, both in terms of lockdown and looking at the sole plate. And it's just one of those boots that gives you a good sensation even moments after you put it on. The fit is just, in short, very, very brilliant. And that's also because of this here low-cut fly-knit color that gives you a very seamless and distractionless transition from boot to foot. And the Hypervenom 3 makes me forget, for a short while, that the Hypervenom 1 isn't around anymore. Very, very brilliant, and again, a bit of an underrated football boot, I'd say. In 3rd, we have one of the usual suspects, and you probably already know what it is, because we're talking perhaps about the best synthetic in itself on the market. It's of course the Puma evoPOWER Vigor and the Adidas synthetic, because this stuff is so soft that it's not even funny, which means that there is 0 break-in time. You get a very close personal fit, like you've basically worn it for years, straight out of the box. The touch is close, sharp, and also slightly elegant because of the AccuFoam dots. Then there's the spandex sock that seamlessly wraps your foot, it doesn't crease up, and it just feels awesome. And the reason this is not on the very top of my list is because of the fact that it is on the wider side. So if it had been more narrow, I would have been in the 7th boot heaven. This is one of the best football boots on the market, it's one of the absolute most comfortable boots on the market, and it's got a synthetic that is extremely hard to beat. Because while 2nd place, the Adidas X17 Plus PureSpeed might not beat the Vigor in 3rd place when we're talking pure softness and stretchiness of the upper itself. The mere fit of the boot with the TechFit color and the still ridiculously soft synthetic upper that has a slightly foamy, very lovely fit to it is just beyond good. It feels very crisp and clean, and on feet, around the ball, it just feels really incredible. And this is one of those boots that just gives me a bit of a mental edge when I put it on. I just simply want to go and take on people when I wear the PureSpeeds. And honestly, this is one of the go-to boots in my collection. Then we come to number 1, the big one, which you've probably already guessed by now. Anyway, so we're gonna jump straight into it. My favorite boot on the market, the Nike Mercurial Vapor 11, which is kind of the sum of a few awesome factors. The first one is the incredible Teijin synthetic upper, which is surprisingly pliable and soft straight out of the box. It feels millimeter thin around your foot, and it also gives you a relatively good grip and texture on the ball. Then of course, on top of that, there's the locked-in tiptoeing sensation you get from the anatomical sole plate, and on top of that even, the razor-sharp, almost barefoot-like touch you get on the ball because of the fact that the upper is so thin. It's super light, and of course, if you have a wide foot, it kinda sucks really bad, but I don't, and to me, this is one of the best football boots, if not the very best, on the market, both in terms of leather boots and synthetics. So there you have it guys, the top 5 best synthetic boots on the market. The Nike Magista Opus 2, the Nike Hypervenom Phantom 3 Low, the Puma evoPOWER Vigor 1, the Adidas X17 Plus PureSpeed, and the Nike Mercurial Vapor 11. With a, should we say, special shout out to the Adidas Nemesis 17.1 that could kind of fit somewhere in here on the list. But as they say, you can't have your cake and eat it, so I guess that's just how it goes. But I'd really love to know what your top 5 synthetic boots list would look like. You should let me know in the comment section right down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe by hitting the green bubble somewhere over my head. Leave me a like if you had a good time and spread the word by sharing the video with your friends. And with that said, I'm signing off. Cheerio.